is going on? What is poppin' YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice, because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys for watching today. Hope you all had a great 2019 year. Hope you all have an even better 2020 year and so forth. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. Is only right, you guys. The Minnesota Vikings traveling on the road to face the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome. Can Kirk Cousins and the Vikings pull off the upset? And I think they can, potentially. I think the Vikings have a very good roster. However, as a team and in the most important areas, which is coach and quarterback, I think the Vikings lack in that area. Now, again, I'm not saying that it's a lock for the Saints to potentially win this game. However, I think it's going to be very difficult for the Vikings to win this game. I'm going to say this right now. In my opinion, look, you can make the argument for the Titans for this title, the Eagles for this title, even the Texans for this title. Those three teams are kind of the bottom teams as far as playoff teams this year right now. Meaning, I think they're good teams, but I don't consider them Super Bowl teams. In my opinion, I believe the Vikings right now are the worst team in the playoffs. I really do. And it's not because they're not talented. I just don't see it with this team. Kirk Cousins, their quarterback, I don't trust him in the playoffs. They might have one of the worst quarterbacks, if not the worst quarterback in the playoffs. Maybe between Ryan Tannehill, Josh Allen, and Kirk Cousins. That's the argument I'm going to make right there. Kirk Cousins is 0-9 in his career in Monday Night Football games. In primetime games, Kirk Cousins is terrible. He's awful in primetime big game spots, and especially on the road in the Superdome. I don't know if I can trust Kirk Cousins. And Mike Zimmer is a good coach, but nothing special. I've seen Mike Zimmer too many times this year cost the Vikings in certain situations with his play calling. I don't think Mike Zimmer situationally is a great head coach. I think he's a very good motivator. I think he's great with X's and O's. He knows defense very well. His team always plays hard. They always compete. They don't always beat themselves. But sometimes Mike Zimmer's decisions are really questionable, okay? And the Vikings, they've beaten one team this year with a winning record. And that was the Philadelphia Eagles, who have had injury after injury all year. And to me, the Eagles are not a great team. And I believe the Saints are peaking at the right time. They just annihilated the Carolina Panthers. I know the Panthers, ever since Ron Rivera left, have looked like a college team, but the Saints just destroyed them. That game was over after about 8 or 9 minutes. That game was over after 8 or 9 minutes, okay? That game was over, okay? They just recently beat the Tennessee Titans on the road. A tough place to play in Tennessee. They beat it by 10 points. And look, in order for the Vikings to win this game, Dalvin Cook is going to have to ball out. He's going to have a big day. And Dalvin Cook, you can make the argument this year, he's an MVP candidate. He's having that great of a season. However, I think the Saints have the personnel to limit a guy like Dalvin Cook. And if the Vikings are going to win this game, they're going to have Kirk Cousins probably play to the level of Drew Brees. And I don't see that. Now, I will say, I believe the Vikings will be able to move the football on the Saints. They got Adam Thielen, they got Stephon Diggs, they got Irv Smith. They have three really good weapons on the outside. And Kirk Cousins, he's had a great season. He's had a pretty good season. As far as just, if you just take away your history and what you know about Kirk Cousins, if you just look at his numbers this year, you can make the argument Kirk Cousins probably should have made the Pro Bowl this year. And I believe if the Vikings are going to win, they also need to control the clock. Keep Drew Brees and that potent Saints offense off the field. And they're going to have to pressure Drew Brees. And they potentially could do it with Danielle Hunter, with that great defensive line. However, I don't trust the Vikings. I've said all that to say this. I don't trust the Vikings. And I believe the Saints are going to win this game 27-17. I believe they'll probably win by 10 points. I could see a field goal type game. I could see if Kirk Cousins plays to the level he's capable of playing to, the Vikings could maybe steal a victory. But on the road in New Orleans, I don't see it. I've seen Deshaun Watson this year Kyler Murray, Matt Ryan, Jimmy G, Ryan Tannehill. I've seen quarterbacks move the football versus the Saints this year, so it would not shock me if Kirk Cousins puts up a couple points, but it's on the road. And who's going to cover Michael Thomas for the Saints? On the Saints, on the Vikings roster, who can cover Michael Thomas? Xavier Rhodes, he's washed. Xavier Rhodes is not that great of a quarterback anymore. Xavier Rhodes, I can't depend on him the way I used to anymore. Xavier Rhodes is no longer the elite quarterback that he used to be. And if he cannot cover Michael Thomas, that's a problem. Because if Michael Thomas is catching balls from Drew Brees, it's going to be a long night for you. And look, I think that the Vikings will have this game close for a while, but eventually, I think the Saints pull away at the start of the fourth quarter at least. I could see the Saints dominating the Vikings and the Vikings adding on a couple extra points late in the game. It could be a blowout. It could be a close game. Either way I see it, either way I slice it, either way I look myself in the eye and think to my mind, I just can't see Kirk Cousins and the 6th-seeded Vikings, who to me are the worst team in the playoffs, beating arguably the best team in the NFL in the Saints. I got the Saints winning 27-17, and I believe Drew Brees and the Saints next week will have a date with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field, and Kirk Cousins and the Vikings will once again disappoint their fan base. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.